Started it and then stopped it right away. Anyway, welcome everybody.
Hi.
We're doing another Facebook Live. What's today? Oh, my watch is dead. Today
My
is...
Fitbit works.
Oh, does it?
Yes, it's the 9th of October.
9th of October. There you go.
Yeah.
So...
Happy Thanksgiving yesterday, Canada.
That's right. So, what did you want to talk about while I was sharing all this stuff?
Well, I thought I'd tell everybody about my day. Today, I made some Keto Chow. I put it in the fridge. And it was delicious. Chocolate peanut butter, because that's what I feel like lately.
Oh, nice.
Actually, one thing that happened today was the check engine light of the van came on.
Yes. Well,
so that was awesome.
Yep, I got to fix that.
So Chris spent an hour troubleshooting and figuring that out, and that happened today. Let's see, I babysat a cute little kid, and we had a meeting at work, and actually didn't even sign into the computer at all while I was at work today.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I just worked on scheduling and. Yep.
I received a bunch of pallets of product.
Oh, nice.
I got to juggle
awesome.
stuff around. It was a lot of fun. So.
Let's see. Oh, I went to the chiropractor, got my back and neck tweaked, and I found out our chiropractor sent 2 customers over.
Oh, nice.
So that's
now
awesome.
he's doing keto, right?
He was at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
But he has a program he's doing with his clients, and keto is an option. So, and one lady asked, "Do you know anything about keto?" He's like, "I do. This is what I know, but I know people who know more. So, contact them." And he sent them our way. So
Nice.
that's nice. Yeah.
Hi, Chris. Hi, Brent.
Hi, friends.
This is what I do at the beginning. I share the fact that we're doing a live on different places. So. I'm almost done. But let's see.
So
I made a Keto Chow at work today.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Did you use avocado oil?
I used avocado oil and I made chocolate toffee.
Oh, I love
Because
chocolate toffee.
I only brought one with me to work today, and I was like, dang.
You could have had my peanut butter I left there,
That's true.
but it would not have the right calories for you.
That's true.
'Cause
But
it's
I kind of wanted
really
chocolate
low.
toffee, so it worked out great. So let's see. Hi, Rick.
So today, Chris just barely did a frequently asked question video.
Yeah.
And we're going to post that soon probably when we're done, we'll
Yeah.
Look
Well,
at
I
it
have to
and
edit it together a little
edit
bit.
it a little.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's get into the questions. By the way, hi, Jason. So these are questions based off of, questions that came in over the last week. If you guys who are listening right now have any questions or watching, go ahead and ask. We'll do our best to either answer them now or answer them later. And if you're watching this after we did the live, go ahead and ask your questions and we'll type them.
Type in there.
And we'll probably talk about them in next week's too. So the first question was a response. So after this is recorded, I post it to YouTube. And the first comment I got was, "What is Keto Chow?" And I was like, "That's a fair question." Hello, we're the ones that made Keto Chow. Keto Chow is a nutritionally complete keto meal replacement shake. Is the really short version of it. I wanted something that would be food that I didn't have to worry about when I was doing keto. So I made Keto Chow. You mix it up with water and either heavy cream or avocado oil. It ends up looking like this.
Or brown if it's chocolate.
That's true. This one is the strawberry that I got today. We got we got a pallet of strawberry. And so I had to mix it up and make sure that everything was good. Hi, Holly or Steve. We can never tell with you guys.
And my name is Miriam.
Oh,
and
yes.
this is Chris.
I'm
And
Chris.
we're the Bears.
And that's Mr. There it
Mr.
is,
Skelly.
Mr. Skelly. And Sam's out of the picture.
Do you want to say hi for a second? Pop your head in.
You'd have
Hold
to
on.
get right
Just
in
get
between
up
us.
on my lap. This
There
is
he is.
Sam. He's going to
there's
join
Sam.
us for a minute.
Anyway, so yeah, Keto Chow, it's designed to give you a third of your nutrients in each meal. It's not meant to replace steak or bacon or sausage or things like that. It's meant to replace, oh dang, I forgot to make any food. What am I going to eat? I guess I'll just get a bunless burger at McDonald's. That sort of stuff. And you can be assured that when you're eating it, you're getting a third of your daily nutrients. So, yep, that's what it is in a nutshell. Okay, so another question we got. Let's see. My mom says hi to Sam. Hi, Sam. There you go. So somebody asked, can I give this to my special needs child? He's 7 years old and on an all-liquid diet. Okay, so kids are an interesting subject. Sam will sometimes drink Keto Chow. Max had Keto Chow. Did he have Keto Chow for breakfast today?
Yeah, for breakfast, yeah.
And so did Kate. Our kids drink it all the time. Because if they don't know what else to have or where to sit. Okay. If they don't know what else to have, they know that it's something they can have and it will fill them up and it'll be great. But
Itching your nose.
Yeah. You can't do that on camera,
It's distracting.
Yeah. If you're going to do it, you have to.
Then it looks even worse.
Anyway, so legally we are not able to recommend Keto Chow to children, pregnant women, or nursing mothers. But I don't know about you, but my kids, if they are left to their own devices, will eat ramen or
macaroni and
cheese or
chicken nuggets.
Yeah, the dinosaur flavored chicken nuggets. Every
dinosaur
meal.
Flavor.
Dinosaur flavored. Dinosaur shaped chicken nuggets.
What do dinosaurs taste like?
They taste like chicken. Anyhow, yeah.
Look right here, because then it looks like you're looking at the people when we're talking.
Yes, because if you look down here, it doesn't work.
Because it just looks like you're looking at yourself. But if you look right there, then you're looking at everybody's faces, and they're like, "Oh, Sam's looking at me."
When I do a web conference or a webcam conference, I'll actually position the camera right in the middle of the screen so that I maintain eye contact. Anyway,
I got this.
Let's see. So, can you give it to your kid? So, yeah, we seem to have no problem giving our kids that sort of food. But when you've got a food that was engineered and specifically designed for complete nutrition,
Quit making faces.
That's the one that's suspect. It's actually kind of silly if you think about it. And also, as far as pregnant and nursing mothers go, I don't know about you, but I know people who just wanted to have sloppy joes every day.
It was only one pregnancy.
So anyway, yeah, I can't officially recommend it, but it's more than likely way healthier than anything else that they could be eating. So,
everybody's going to look at you instead of listening to Dad, so you have to not make weird faces. For a minute.
Next question. Do you ship the same day an order is placed, and what carriers do we use? So we will actually ship a couple of times every day. Oh, Paula just said my son would be making the same faces too. Yeah, probably. Anyway, we ship.
Wait, I just thought of something.
What?
On the last question, if you want your kid to have it, use discretion like it was a medicine. It has magnesium, potassium, all these other things in it. If you want them to have it and they're 7 years old, cut it in half of what an adult would use. Mm-hmm. Because this is made for adults, and so if you're worried about it, just give them a little bit. Yeah,
they probably won't be able to finish an entire one.
Because it's huge.
Yeah, I will usually pour it into a glass. So we've got this whole big thing. I usually pour it into 2 or 3 glasses.
And then they drink it.
Yeah, and then they usually drink most of it. So
sometimes they don't finish it.
And if you really have questions, take the nutrition information to your pediatrician and have them look at it. See what
they say.
Yep. Okay, so do we ship them the same day an order is placed?
Yes, as much as possible.
Yep.
If it is Friday and it's after noon, 1 o'clock.
Okay, mountain time.
Mountain time, yes. It will go out Monday. Because we don't work on Saturday and we don't work on Sunday.
Yep.
We will occasionally work on a Saturday, like the day after, or the Saturday after Thanksgiving will work, and Friday after Thanksgiving will work. But pretty much we only work on Saturdays to do our meetups, which is this Saturday.
Yep,
we have a monthly meetup that we hold, and we don't push products. We just want to chat keto with people, help people feel like they have a keto community nearby. It kind of feels alien when you're just eating and all of your friends think you're weird. And, we've gotten used to being weird. That's okay with us. But it's nice to feel like you have some kind of a community. You can go somewhere, try something new. So we have our meetup, and people come and bring recipes with the actual paper recipe that we can see what's in it, that they've done themselves, that we've done ourselves, and then we can taste them. We have had people come and sponsor them. I think this month we might have Nui donating some cookies.
Oh, really?
Just today. It's not actually confirmed, so I probably shouldn't have said that out loud.
Oh.
But
is it going to get here by Saturday?
We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
But we do have a really cool book by Rachel Gregory we're going to give to a winner. And it's the 21-day 21-day weight loss challenge. It is such a cool book. It has this log in it that you can, chart everything, and it has tons of cool recipes and has different exercises, all these things you can do. I really want to do it as a family, but we're just doing a few experiments right now. We're going to finish out before we can start. But anyway, it's a really cool book that she donated to us, so we're going to do a giveaway with that. So every meetup we do give away a cookbook or a cool book that's about keto, and then we just chat and learn about keto, and we usually will watch like a little video of something that we find interesting.
It's often from Keto Connect.
Yeah, well, or just something that's fairly short that is cool. So yeah, come to that if you're in the Salt Lake Valley.
Yes, and if you're not in Utah,
you should move here.
Well, yeah. But if you check meetup.com, more than likely there's going to be a keto meetup in your area. If you're unfortunate like us, the reason why we're doing a keto meetup is because all of the ones I could find were sponsored by multi-level marketing exogenous ketones companies, or company. There's one in particular. And so I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take this into my own hands. And you can do that too. If there isn't a meetup, start one.
Nice hair.
Yeah. And the carriers that we use, we primarily ship USPS priority mail.
Sorry, that was two subjects at once.
Yeah. What?
We just
talked
about the meetup in the middle of the postage.
That's okay.
Sorry.
So we mostly use the U.S. Postal Service with flat rate packages. We also do some UPS stuff, both ground and expedited methods. If you get the free ground shipping to the contiguous U.S. 48 United States, that'll probably go UPS ground. Unless you're in California, then it goes priority mail, but it's 2 days anyway. So Jeff just asked, working after Thanksgiving, does that mean that there will be a discount?
You bet your bottom dollar there will be.
We've done it the last, 3 years?
Yeah.
So we're going to do one.
We have to come up with something cool.
I have no idea what it's going to be. So.
And we'll post it at midnight on Thanksgiving.
Will we?
I don't know. Last
time we posted it before. I think we posted it the beginning of the day on Thanksgiving.
Oh, so people could decide what they were going to buy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll post it sometime.
Yeah, it'll be posted. Yep.
So everybody knows.
Okay, next question is, isn't that much sodium bad for you?
No.
Okay, so I won't get into the weeds on this. If you want to learn more about it, the two keto dudes and several other keto podcasts have done interviews with...
we should link them.
Well, yeah, we will. But if you search for two keto dudes salt fix, it's Dr. Nicolan... I have no idea how to pronounce
the Salt Fix book?
Yes, the Salt Fix.
Okay.
So he wrote a book called The Salt Fix, which is basically talks about how our bodies process salt and basically everything. So we in the keto world, we've learned that everything you know about fat is wrong. Turns out everything you know about salt is probably wrong too. Salt is essential. You need to have salt. And especially on a ketogenic diet, you need a lot of salt. And if you don't get enough salt, hi Bree, if you don't get enough salt, you're going to end up with keto flu. So in Keto Chow, there's a lot of sodium, there's a lot of potassium, and there's a lot of magnesium. I would actually prefer that there was more sodium in it, but we keep it to a more reasonable level so that people who are new to keto don't taste it and go, oh, that's salty. Because people who have been doing keto a long time will often taste Keto Chow and go, wow, that's really sweet. Mm-hmm. So to kind of
a happy medium.
Yeah, it's kind of in a middle place. And if you've been doing keto for a long time and your taste buds have adapted,
okay, wait just a second.
I would recommend adding salt to Keto Chow. So no, that much salt is not bad for you. You might actually need more. So there you go. Oh, Sam's got something.
So Sam wants to show us his favorite keto treat. What is it?
That's your favorite one?
It's the Nui cookies.
Is it the
What,
double
have
chocolate?
you never had Stoka bars?
Stoka bars are good too.
Yeah.
You want to go get him a Stoka bar and show him?
Where are those?
Probably upstairs.
In my bedroom on the
Okay.
floor.
And Alice points out sodium and salt are not the same. That's correct. Sodium and salt are not the same. One of them sodium chloride. But Bree, and we love you too. Okay, so we do have a subscription option on our website. We're probably going to be changing things around a bit, but it's a way that you can get the same order shipped to you once a month. And somebody asked, why is the subscription 21 servings at a time for a month supply? Wouldn't 31 servings make more sense? So the subscription, the monthly part of the subscription is the frequency at which the order that you made is duplicated.
So if you order 4 21-week
21 meals, week bags, yeah.
then you get 4 of them a month.
Yep.
If you ordered 21 meal
Yep.
week bag,
You get one.
then you'd get 1 a month.
If you order 3, you get 3. If you order 5, if you and your significant other are both doing Keto Chow 2 meals a day, you might need 6 a month.
Who knows?
Yeah, so it's
Whatever you want to do.
Yeah, it just repeats. And sometimes people ask, can I change flavors? You can by canceling the subscription
It's
and
just
making a
not
new one.
super easy.
Yeah, it's a bit clunky.
We're trying to get it to work better.
We haven't found a good way to do it, and most of that has to do with the fact that the different flavors cost different amounts. So it'd be difficult to switch from chocolate to peanut butter and then back to Snickerdoodle a different month because they all cost different amounts. So yeah, it is what it is. It's
We're working on it.
Yeah, we are working on it. Okay, so
We just want you to like us enough to buy it more than once.
and so we used to do a what's called a build a month way back in the day. We're talking 2-3 years ago, and to kind of account for that, because we didn't have a subscription at the time, it was basically you would order 4 of them, we would ship it to you in one box, so you would save on shipping, and would give you 5% off. And that is still in place. If you order 4 of the week bags, you get the same 5% off that you get if you have a subscription. So I'd rather not force product on people that they don't want. The subscription model is cool because it just keeps on coming. And if that's what you like, then go ahead and do it. If you just want to do the subscription to get the discount, then I'd actually just recommend buying 4 when you're about a week before you needed more of it. Order more. Easy as that. Also, if you're ordering 4 of them and you're in the contiguous United States, you're probably going to get free ground shipping. So that's another plus for it. Yep. Okay.
Sam's getting another treat.
Oh, is he?
And he can't find the Stoka bars.
Oh.
I don't know why. Maybe I ate them all.
They did a Black Friday sale last year. Yes, we did.
Yes, we have for 2 years or 3
I
years.
think it might be 3. I don't know.
We have a lot of years.
Yep.
It's a good weekend for us.
Yeah. And it's kind of interesting. November is actually pretty slow, except for Black Friday. December is even slower, and then January gets a bit nuts. But then by March or April, it's as nuts as it was in January. So it's kind of funny. All right. So next question. If you need to lose some of the fat you already have stored, do you need to add fat, like heavy cream, to the Keto Chow? It seems to be counterproductive. It's a good question.
Makes sense. I actually am just adding less fat.
Yeah.
So
you do need to be a bit careful with how much fat you're eating. We generally recommend that. So you can use a calculator on our site to figure out how many calories you need in a day based on your height and weight, age, gender, how much body fat percentage you think you have, things like that. So once you've figured out how much you need, I would not recommend going more than 15% below that amount. And the reason for that is if you have too few of calories, our bodies are really smart. They know that if there's fewer calories, boy, my brother would have killed me. If there are fewer calories coming in, because there's a number on it, then then your body is going to adjust for that.
I need to listen to Dad.
It will say, hey, you know what? There's not as many calories coming in. I'm going to lower the metabolic rate. So if you go much more than 15% below what you need, you're going to have problems. Now, one way to get around that is to fast and then feast, and then fast and then feast. But you have to make sure that you are feasting, and you're still probably not going to go, on a week average, more than 15% below your calorie requirements, just because you will tank your metabolism, and you don't want that. So you want to have some fat on your plate, and you want to be, if your goal with a ketogenic diet is to lose weight, you want to be using some of the fat that you have stored. But again, I wouldn't recommend more than a 15% deficit. Sam is going to die if he doesn't show you the Lily's bar. This is baking chocolate. No.
Baking chocolate.
Yeah, the salted caramel one is way better.
Well, this one's good for baking.
It is good for bacon.
We should make chocolate dip bacon.
Yeah, we should. We've got those 15-pound boxes of bacon in the freezer.
Yeah,
so.
we have 3.
Okay.
Okay.
Excuse me, Sam.
You want to go watch
Okay.
the show now?
Next question isn't really a question. It's more of an observation. October is going to be nuts. We're going to, so this weekend, we're not doing anything like that keto related. Next weekend, we're going to Kansas City. And the weekend after that, we're going to Houston. So it's going to be interesting. We're actually going to take 2 of our daughters because it just happens to be schools out.
Holiday, yeah.
And those 2 are doing a ketogenic diet. So we thought, hey, let's take them along. And so
they've been doing it for a year.
Yeah, Haley's been doing it for a year.
September.
Oh, Kate's been doing it for a year too.
Yeah, they've been doing it.
Yeah.
Kate uses it mostly to help control her depression, which is really cool because it really does help.
And Haley does it because carbs are for suckers.
Because she realizes that she wants to have a healthy body.
Yep.
And she hasn't cheated.
No, she doesn't cheat at all.
Once.
In fact, I wasn't sure that she was really going to do it until we were at a gas station and I told her to go get some food. And she came back with like a bag of peanuts and some diet soda and some beef jerky.
Yeah, I think it was like 1 stick of jerky. She's like, this is the lowest carbs I could
Yeah,
find.
and I was like, okay. You've been paying attention.
And I don't think it was peanuts. I think it was almonds.
No, actually, it was cashews.
Oh, that's higher.
Yeah, it is higher.
But that was when she first started.
Yes, it was.
She's 16.
Yep.
She's amazing.
She's great. So is her twin.
So are all of our kids.
That's true.
That we love.
Anyway, so we're going to a bunch of conferences. So it's going to be kind of nuts.
So if you live near Kansas City, you should come and see us
Yep.
at the Low Carb KC conference. They have really good speakers. It's really fun just to hang out with your keto family. I can tell you how excited I was. The very first keto conference I went to was Keto Fest 2 years ago, and it was amazing to just hang out with people that are doing the same thing you are.
Yep.
Nobody had to look at your plate and be like, you forgot your food. I'm like, no, this is my food. This is the best food I could find, and this is what I'm going to eat. Everybody's like, oh, look, they have that meat. Oh, they have that cheese. Oh, that's so awesome. Everybody was eating the same thing as me. It was just like a shock. It was so amazing. It was so fun.
Yep. And yeah, so we're going to be going to those too. A lot of people will say, when are you going to come to blah, blah, blah? For my own sanity's sake, I made a website called lowcarbevents.com. There's no advertising. There's not really anything. But every time I find a keto or low carb or anything like that event, I put it up there with all the information that I can get. So like there was the low carb down under, low carb Denver's there. You've got low carb USA San Francisco. I don't know of one in Las Vegas. Somebody asked when we're coming there. And somebody asked, when are you coming to Florida?
There have been a couple of meetups in Las Vegas that we've heard about, but they were small.
Yeah.
But if you want to throw one in Las Vegas, then that'd be great.
Yep. And yeah. And well, and you can even submit events to that page. I've set it up so that you can submit it, and then I have to go through and approve it and get more information and add an image, all that stuff. But yeah.
We just want people to know that where the conferences are. So if anybody wants to link it anywhere, we're happy to share. It's just a page that says Keto Conferences.
And Bree's only been doing keto for 4 months.
Oh, congratulations.
Welcome.
4 months is awesome.
It's a good start. And, well, we were all new once. So,
Yep.
okay.
Now I'm old.
Okay, so someone else asked, are you going to be doing any more flavors with monk fruit? It's a
We're
very good
not
question.
sure about that.
Yeah, we're not sure. So when we were developing, or I guess when I was developing,
When I was tasting your development,
version 2.1 that is out right now. When I was developing that, I had heard a podcast, on the Keto Evangelist podcast,
I was helping. You can say we.
Okay, but you weren't listening to that podcast. Anyway, it was a guy who had written a book about how stevia isn't magical in any way. People lift it up as, oh, it's a natural sweetener, and so it's not that bad. But any sweetener is going to have a similar physiological effect on the body, whether it's stevia, whether it's sucralose, whether it's monk fruit. Any sweetener is going to do that. And then after that, the CEO of Steviva, which is now Icon Foods, came on the following week on the Keto Evangelist podcast and talked about how, well, their stevia is actually really good. So I wanted to test out to see if we could do Keto Chow using stevia or monk fruit or erythritol or any number of natural sweeteners. And I actually was okay with the flavor of the monk fruit, with most of the new flavors that we were introducing. But my panel of judges, also known as my wife primarily, as well as a bunch of our employees.
And our friends.
Yeah, and our friends.
And our children.
Yep. They did not like the stevia at all. Like, not even close. They flat out rejected it, and they said, don't you mess with my Keto Chow. I like the way it tastes. Don't screw it up. So I was thinking about just doing the new flavors with monk fruit, because monk fruit actually tasted pretty good. It's insanely expensive. Something on the order of like 300 times the price of sucralose. But it was a natural sweetener, and if that's what people want, we're going to try and get it to them, as long as it doesn't compromise the product. So I use this for the majority of my meals. 2, if not 3 meals a day. Well, yesterday I did 3 meals. Today I only did 2. Anyway, because I'm using it for the majority of my meals, it has to taste absolutely fantastic. Like, not, oh, I guess I'll drink it. No, it has to be, dang, is it all gone already? I want it that good. Because a meal replacement that doesn't taste good is not very useful. Yeah. So that's why we're using sucralose now. So yeah. As far as additional flavors, so we introduced the strawberry with monk fruit because the monk fruit lends itself well.
Because it's kind of fruity. It's kind of, I don't know, that's what it tastes like to me. It's kind of more fruity. It didn't taste super good with the chocolate.
Yeah. In fact, the chocolate tasted absolutely terrible with monk fruit. Like, it was just weird.
It just tasted weird.
Yeah.
But we're willing to think about it. You know, if more people talk about it, we want to see how the strawberry sells. It's, you know, it's like a test.
Yeah.
If really a lot of people want it, then we can think about more flavors. If nobody buys it, either they don't like strawberry or they don't like it. And then why would we want to do more? So if you like it, let us know. Because then it'll be easier for us to make a judgment about it.
Error has occurred. You guys still getting us? It looks like it's still working. The thing has an error message on it. But yeah, so we might bring out more flavors. We'll have to see.
We've had a request for orange cream with monk fruit.
But it's interesting. So we call it the natural strawberry because it's using a natural sweetener. Most people will tell us that the regular strawberry tastes natural and the natural strawberry tastes kind of artificial.
Yeah, it's funny.
And it's because of the monk fruit. That's how the monk fruit sweetener tastes. So, yeah, we'll see. It's up there. Before that, we're going to have other flavors that don't have sweeteners in it at all. Mm-hmm. We were testing those today, and I completely messed up on one of them. Dumped way too much magnesium. I was reading the salt line and added that much magnesium, and no. Anyway.
That's not right. But the little kid that I was babysitting tried
yes.
all of them and wanted more. So that's always a good sign because kids, they'll tell you the truth. If they hate it, they're like, this is stupid.
Yeah.
But and he was 4 years old, and he tried it, and he's like, can I have some more of that stuff?
Yes.
What is it? Can I have some more?
Yep.
So it was awesome.
That's pretty good. Jesse says, happy Tuesday. And Jesse says those chocolate Keto Chow fat bombs came out phenomenal. Peanut butter, coconut, and chocolate Keto Chow.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Has a tropical taste.
We need to make them.
Yeah.
Kate likes making fat bombs, and we will pull up your Instagram and make them. And then I'll have a happy daughter.
Yep.
And all the other kids who will be like, I want that, even though I think I'm not keto.
It's so funny. We'll have keto treats, and the kids are like, can I have that? And it's
Can
like,
I have that? This
you're
was
not doing
$4.
keto. Yeah. But it's better than the other stuff. So anyway.
We're really trying to get them to want to do it themselves. We have only keto food in the house unless they buy it themselves. Mm-hmm. And then we do have some regular ice cream for special times that we don't eat, but we let the 4 kids that aren't specifically keto eat them. So they pretty much eat keto when they're at home all the time. So the only time they eat stuff is at church functions or school functions.
Yep.
So
and it's really fun when we go camping or on vacation. Whole family goes keto, whether they like it or not.
Yeah. And they do great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So our final question kind of ties into the previous one. Jesse wants to know, do they bring keto lunches?
They have off and on. We actually, when we first started our kids on keto after Keto Con of last year, we really want our son who was diagnosed with epilepsy to do it the most. And so we got, that's not a keto lunch.
It's keto lunch.
Okay. So we got all the little things, and we still have all the little things: olives, pickles, cheese, boiled eggs, from Costco or Sam's Club. All these little easy, convenient things. We have pocket bacon from Pedersen Farms.
Oh.
And it's so good. Yeah, get that. And get the bento box, will you?
Okay.
Anyway, so the 2 kids that are for sure keto do, and are...
Here's a box that used to have heavy cream in it, because that's how we buy our heavy cream.
Oh, that has no label.
That's full of bacon.
The label. I can't show it to you. Okay, if you guys haven't tried these, you can buy them from the Simple Grocer. They're Pedersen Farms. We call them pocket bacon. It's literally a most delicious piece of bacon that's totally shelf stable, and my kids could take these in their lunch. So they're delicious. And we love them. But Haley will take this, and we bought this specific short hydro flask because the high school has too short of faucets. She can't fit a hydro flask under the faucet to rinse it out. So we got her this little short fat one so she could have Keto Chow if she wanted for lunch.
So here's.
Oh yes, and then we got these little guys that are just the cheapo throwaway if you need to. Will you get the fold over ones too?
The only one I found was dirty.
Oh, dirty. Oh yeah, we got these little guys from I don't know. Where do we get these, honey?
Amazon.
From Amazon. And then if they're ruined, I don't care because they're so cheap. But then they can separate them, put a little fat bomb or cream cheese or pork rinds in one section, and then whatever. But we have always had our kids make their own lunch for a long time, years. We have had them do that, and so we just buy stuff that we want them to eat for their lunch, and then they can choose whatever they want. So, like Max or Sam would make a little keto pizza on a low carb tortilla with browse marinara sauce and cheese, mozzarella cheese, and then heat it up and then cut it up and put it in his lunchbox or roll it up and eat a pizza tortilla or, whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah. And Anthony said, pocket bacon. The best thing about this stuff is
it's
fully cooked.
It's really good.
You can, you just open it up and eat it. It's really great
Yeah.
stuff. So it's...
Because you can make your own pocket bacon. It's not that hard to put bacon in a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
But this is just in my drawer and
Yeah.
so easy.
They got us hooked on it at Keto Con.
Yeah, Keto Con this year.
Mm-hmm. And then they're
a great company.
They were also at Low Carb USA San Diego. Mm-hmm. And the guy just kept on giving us pocket bacon. And we're like, yes,
please. We would like that.
Jesse says, story of my life, dirty Tupperware for days.
Yeah.
Oh, I went out of focus. There I am. By the way, don't leave a blender bottle full of Keto Chow unrinsed in the just sitting out. Any protein shake will be the same way. The bacteria loves it, and it will be gross. Anyway.
Yeah, wash out your blender bottles.
Yeah, wash it out, open it up, let it dry. Okay, so
Last question.
It kind of ties in with the previous thing about monk fruit, is why do we use sucralose?
You already said that.
We did. And then someone says, what is Splenda? So a lot of times we will get, smells like death, left it in the car. Oh, yeah.
Ooh, yeah. It's like you just want to throw away the blender bottle.
Yeah. I've heard of ways to get them back, but anyway.
We just put them in the sun.
Yep.
like our laundry.
Yeah. So anyway, a lot of times when people are like, why do you use sucralose? A lot of times they're confusing it with sucrose. Sucralose, it's actually a sucrose molecule with a chlorine on it. That's it. For some reason, that makes it 600 times sweeter. I don't know why, it just does. So you're able to use a 600th of what you would use. I did a 5-gallon thing of homemade root beer.
Yeah.
And I used, I think it was 1/8 of a teaspoon of sucralose.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now, a lot of times people will get, so they sometimes get sucralose confused with sucrose. Okay, I can understand that. And a lot of times they'll get sucralose confused with Splenda. Splenda is a name brand of sucralose. And most people, the only place you can buy it, or the only way you can buy it, is you go to the grocery store, you buy Splenda, you look at the bag and it says sugar-free, but the number one ingredient is maltodextrin.
Yes, that's not...
Which is starch. It's carbohydrates.
Good for you.
It is not good for a ketogenic diet. So, and the reason they do that is because they want it to be able to measure like sugar. So if the recipe calls for a cup, you want to be able to add a cup of stuff. And almost all of that is going to be the maltodextrin, which will spike your blood glucose, is not good. And then just a tiny, tiny bit is going to be the sucralose, the thing that is actually making it sweet. And so people will often say, oh, sucralose, won't that spike your blood sugar? No, it won't.
If it's Splenda, it will.
Splenda, the stuff you buy at the store,
That's sucralose.
yeah, that will definitely spike your blood sugar like crazy. Because the maltodextrin is just a glucose attached to a glucose. It's a chain of glucose molecules, polymerized. So, yeah, we use sucralose, like we said earlier, because it tastes the best. We haven't found anything that quite comes close, but we're working on it. So, and yeah, and Splenda is sucralose with maltodextrin. So,
There we go.
anyhow,
Does anybody else have any questions?
I don't think so. By the time they hear us asking if they have any questions, we might already be gone. There's a lag.
My favorite color changes from day to day, in case anybody wants to know.
Yep. Thank you for exposing this. I had no idea. Oh, okay. We were probably talking about the Splenda and the maltodextrin. Yeah. It's kind of funny. A lot of stuff that you see that's sugar free will have maltodextrin and will have starch in it. Like the Metamucil, the sugar free Metamucil is full of carbs, just chock full. So people doing keto are like, well, I want to get more fiber, so I took this sugar-free Metamucil, and my ketone levels bottomed out. Well, yeah, that's because
you're drinking fiber.
Yeah, well, it's the fiber that's full of maltodextrin.
Sugar fiber.
Yep. So, anyhow, I think that's about it. Yeah, Bree, she was happy that we were explaining the sucralose.
Nice.
So, and it's a question that we get a lot. Now, I guess I should explain this. A lot of times people will say you shouldn't use sucralose because it causes problems in rats. There are a couple of rat studies that they're kind of interesting. Okay, number one, humans aren't rats. We have completely different nutritional requirements. Our metabolism is completely different. It's very, very difficult to get a rat into a ketogenic state just because they are designed to eat carbohydrates, to eat grain and seeds and things like that. We're not. So, yeah, humans aren't rats, number one. Number two, the amount of sucralose that they give to the rats in the rat studies is absolutely insane. So when they talk about how much sucralose they're giving to them, they'll talk about it in milligrams per kilogram. So how many milligrams of sucralose are they giving to the rats for how much they weigh per kilogram? Usually they'll give them anywhere from like 80 to 100 milligrams per kilogram. To put that in context, if you weigh 100 pounds...
Who weighs 100 pounds?
I don't know. Haley? If you weigh 100 pounds...
And you're an adult, then you're
and
too
you
skinny.
eat 3 meals of... No, is it 3 meals of Keto Chow a day? If you eat 3 meals of Keto Chow a day and you weigh 100 pounds, you'll get... It's around 5 milligrams per kilogram of sucralose from the Keto Chow. I have a frequently asked questions page on our site. If you search for Keto Chow sucralose artificial sweetener, you'll find it. And it has a calculator. And it says, okay, here's how much you weigh. Here's how many meals of Keto Chow you'd need to eat a day in order to get the same exposure that the rats are getting. And for most people, it's like 150 meals of Keto Chow a day. It's just crazy. So, yeah.
But were they giving them other things or just sucralose?
Well, they were giving them standard rat chow.
Which has carbohydrates in it.
It's mostly carbohydrates and vegetable oils. And then they were also giving them the sucralose. And in most of them, they say there were changes in the gut bacteria. Okay.
Like
Good
what?
changes, bad changes.
So
changes
if you
how?
had, but really, we learn eat all these things in moderation. So if you had too much grapes. If you had too many,
much grapes.
not too much. Sorry, that was gross. If you have too many grapes, you will get sick. Something bad will happen to you. You know, if you have too much of anything.
Like too much liquid coconut oil because
Yeah,
you're
that's
crazy
not good
and
for
doing
you.
an experiment.
So you still have to moderate things. So you can't just give all this to a rat and say, giving them all this stuff is bad for them. Because, well, I believe them. Giving them that stuff was probably bad for them.
Or as Dave Feldman likes to point out when he's talking about the epidemiological studies and things like that. If a statin, for instance, might lower the risk of heart disease, which it doesn't, but okay. But you know what else lowers the risk of heart disease is gunshot wounds to the head. It almost entirely removes the incidence of heart disease. So if we're not talking about all-cause mortality, then we're not having an honest conversation. So anyway.
All-cause mortality.
Yeah, Dave likes to champion all-cause mortality. So Jesse wants to know, when are we planning on bringing any Keto Con's events to Florida?
Ooh, Florida.
Low Carb USA actually does every year for the last 4 or maybe 5 years an event in Florida. I think it's, I don't remember which.
Miami?
It might have been Miami.
Yeah. Where do they do it? San Diego?
They do it San Diego, San Francisco, and Miami,
and
I think
Florida.
it is.
Somewhere in Florida. So we'll look it up and make sure it's on the...
Yeah, well, it is. It's on lowcarbevents.com.
Okay, lowcarbevents.com.
Yep. So Anthony says Keto Chow is good, but no way could I eat 100 meals.
Challenge accepted.
Yep. And Serena asked, she said that she noticed that there are different scoop sizes.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that
I think
today.
you actually asked that on the website today, and by the time I got to answering, you were already gone. But somebody asked that today.
There are 2 scoop sizes. One is the peanut butter scoop, and one is the regular scoop.
Yep.
So hopefully that was in the peanut butter bag, because peanut butter has more.
Yep.
So you need a bigger scoop.
That's pretty much it. The peanut butter is just chocolate with peanut flour.
It's my lunch for the day.
Bree says, need one in Atlanta. I think there's one
Oh, there is something somewhere
in
down
Georgia.
there.
So we got invited to it, but we can only go to so many of these things, or else it just becomes crazy. This summer we went to Keto Fest, Keto Con, Low Carb USA in rapid succession, and it was nuts.
Yeah, we need to see our kids.
Yeah, we do need to see our kids. We actually brought our kids along when we went to San Diego for Low Carb USA and made it a family vacation. So
Went to the beach, went
left
to
the
the
kids
zoo.
at home. Yeah.
Yeah, they were fine. They watched movies.
Yeah, they watch movies. But anyway, so I think that there is one in Georgia. I don't remember what it's
Let's
called.
ask Jimmy. We'll find out.
Well, it's on lowcarbevents.com.
How come you can't remember everything?
I don't know. And I could look it up, but let's see. Here we go. No space, carbevents.com.
You can't remember everything.
I made a website so I don't have to remember
Only
this.
useless information.
That's right. Let's see.
When I met him, I'm like, you swallowed an encyclopedia.
Yep.
And then you could spit it out again.
So this upcoming weekend is Dr. Berg's Keto Health Summit, which we were invited to and then disinvited from because we make a shake and so does Dr. Berg. Anyway,
So he doesn't.
not that we're bitter.
We're not bitter. They were really nice to us.
Yeah. Then we got Low Carb Kansas City, which is October 19th through the 20th. Low Carb Gold Coast, which is in Gold Coast, Australia.
Oh, let's go to that.
We can't. It's at the same time as Low Carb KC. It's like the exact same day.
Well, can we go to Australia sometime?
Maybe. We'll just have to talk to Richard Morris. Anyway, Low Carb Houston is October 25th through the 27th. Low Carb USA San Francisco is November 2nd through November 3rd. Low Carb Universe is in Islas Baleares in Spain.
Yay.
It only costs 2,690 euros, but the stay is included. The hotel is included, so
That's cool.
yeah. That would be really cool to go to. But
Yeah, it would be really
Megan
cool.
Ramos is going to be there.
Oh, I love Megan Ramos.
Yep. Then, it's in January, January 18th, you have Low Carb USA West Palm Beach. So that's the one in Florida. And okay, it's not in Georgia. Low Carb and Healthy Living Expo is January 26th.
But where is that?
Greenville, South Carolina.
Oh, is that close to Georgia?
Relatively.
Depends
It's
on-
as close as Utah.
as Utah is to Utah.
Utah, yeah, Utah is to Utah, and Utah is to Colorado.
Is it St. George to Utah? St. George to Salt Lake. Sorry.
Yep. So, what is Bree saying? Or it just went away. Anyway, we got the Metabolic Health
Dwell in
Summit.
darkness without you.
Yeah.
It went away.
Metabolic Health Summit is January 31st, and that is in Long Beach, California. Then you've got Low Carb Denver, which used to be Low Carb Breckenridge. That'll be March 7th.
Jeff Gerber is the nicest guy on earth.
Yeah, he's awesome.
I love him.
There's a new one that doesn't have very much information. It's the Ketogenic Living Expo that's in Chicago.
Chicago?
That's on May 17th.
I want to go to Chicago.
You go right ahead. Sorry.
There's got to be something cool there.
There is a lot of cool stuff. We flew over it when we were going to
Yeah. Oh, you know
Keto
what? I
Con.
think I've been in the airport.
Keto Fest. Oh, yeah?
It's very exciting airports.
Yeah.
We had a
Then,
really good lobster dinner in an airport last time. We were coming home.
that's true.
We got stuck somewhere.
Yeah, we were
Our flights were
we were in
delayed.
Boston,
Oh, yeah. It was
and
good.
our waitress was
Was
doing
keto.
keto. She's like,
Yeah. So we took a selfie with
yeah,
her.
she was like,
She's
we were
really
ordering all
nice.
this stuff, and she's like, you guys doing keto?
Our shirt said keto, keto, keto.
Yeah, it's like,
keto.
yes, we are. And she's like, oh,
Let me
and
recommend you have this and this and this.
it was pretty funny. Okay, so May 31st is the 12th annual Low Carb Cruise.
Oh yeah, we're deciding if we want to go.
May
on that.
31st. It's like
It's really fun. The people that organize it are so awesome.
Yep. And the last one that I have on the list is Keto Con 2019, which is June 28th. I'm assuming there's going to be a Keto Fest 2019 as well.
They probably just don't have the date yet.
Yeah, they usually don't have the date until like March or April. So, and then they do a Kickstarter, which I completely understand.
It's such a cool town.
Yep.
It's so pretty there.
So let's see. A couple people.
We're out of focus.
Oh, are we out of focus?
It's because you're looking at the questions.
Okay. Here, I'll put my head over here.
You're so cute.
Hey, Jessie says that that's not far from her. She'll probably go. Alice says it's on her birthday. I'm assuming the one in
Oh,
California.
hey, something about birthdays. This is so not even important. We were at Keto Con last year, and it was my birthday.
It was.
And the winner didn't come up for something.
It was. Carrie Brown
Oh, yes.
was giving away cookbooks.
Carrie Brown's cookbook. They pulled all these numbers, and Jimmy Moore kept pulling all these
He
numbers.
pulled out like 15
and
or
he's
20.
like, okay, apparently everybody left. So is it anybody's birthday? And I'm like, me, it's my birthday. It's so awesome. So it was
So
my
she ran
birthday, and
off.
I got some Carrie Brown cookbooks. It was the first time we met Carrie Brown, and her cookbooks are great,
Yep.
and she's great, and she cooks such delicious things. So
But earlier on in the day, a whole bunch of the different vendors who were around us all sang happy birthday to Miriam.
I know, that's so
So we
nice.
had the
So
Dry
we met
Farm
all these new
Wines.
people.
Dry Farm Wines, Nui, a bunch of other people.
Yeah, it
was
was, so
really
fun.
cool.
It was awesome.
So, okay, let's see.
It was a good birthday.
Christine says, I find the pumpkin caramel keto chow sets up much thicker than the others I've tried.
Probably
Is there
delicious.
a reason for that? It should set up
It should
exactly
be
the same.
yeah.
It might be that you're adding less water, and if it is thicker than you like it, just add more water. It's really that easy. Amy says that Chicago museums are amazing, and we should order
Chicago Museum.
we should order a deep dish pizza and just eat the toppings.
Okay,
I'm
I'm willing to do that.
There are a bunch of pizza places that you can say, can you just throw the toppings on a thing and I'll just eat them?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's try it.
So, and Brie loves
Maybe
Carrie
next year
Brown.
by that time.
I don't know. We had a pizza place here kind of close
Oh.
to us that did Fathead Pizza, but they were having problems with like the drains. And instead of fixing it, the owner of the
just
kicked them out.
Yeah.
So
they're
they're
looking for a new location. Yeah. Hopefully they move closer to us.
Yeah.
Because it was in Layton. It was kind of far.
Yeah.
I mean, not like
Layton, Utah.
Far. It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, which is way too long.
Yeah. It's not that far.
Okay, Alex says best keto snack ideas for salty savory. So, we got the Pedersen Farms pocket bacon, which is really
Bacon's
good.
always the best.
Carl Franklin of Two Keto Dudes likes to cook up a bunch of bacon, stick it in the fridge, and if he feels like he needs to snack on something, he will take a piece of bacon and slather it up with cream cheese and eat that.
That's a good idea. I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
I apparently didn't listen to that podcast.
I apparently don't listen to very many podcasts anymore either because I am like 60 podcasts behind on my list.
We put bacon in our deviled eggs the other day.
That was good. Yep.
So do you mean snacks that you can buy, like pre-made ready snacks, or just any salty snacks?
Yeah, because ones that you can buy, I mean, there's always peanuts if you can tolerate peanuts, or cheese.
Well, nuts, almonds, lots of almonds.
Yeah.
I want a recipe for the candied almonds, like the cinnamon ones that you get at Cabela's. I really want some of those.
Probably do that with.
Well, I'm sure you could do it. Yeah, do it with some erythritol or whatever. Yeah. But I just want a recipe for them. I want to make them and eat them. Mm.
Jessie Blair says.
I want Taffany to give me a recipe for that.
She says put white cheese slices in the oven on broil with some mini pepperoni. That works good.
That's a good idea. Oh, and you could do the little jalapenos.
Yep, throw a jalapeno
if you want to,
on
that'd
there.
be good. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And some salt.
So today I said that we had a delivery come in, and I was the guy who was delivering it. He's like, you guys do keto here. My wife just told me that we're doing a new diet. You're just gonna eat meat all the time. And it was pretty funny talking to him, and he's like, but I don't really like meat. I was thinking,
bacon?
Are you crazy? Anyway, he's like, but I do like cheese. I said, oh, well, that's easy.
Just eat cheese.
Carve off a block of cheese, stick it in the microwave, melt it, eat it with a fork. He's like, that sounds good.
Yep.
I've liked doing that my whole life. Alice said xylitol might work for the almonds.
Okay, xylitol and cinnamon, and bake it in the oven? Or broil it in the oven?
So to do the almonds, you have a pan that's heated.
Yeah.
And you're stirring
and butter.
Yeah.
Like we did some when we were camping, Holly and I did it, and they turned out really good, but they were like kind of drippy, buttery. I don't know. Yeah. I was thinking to bake them in the oven, but that's okay. I'm willing to try all the things and eat all the almonds with all the sugar. I mean, sweetener.
So Alex was just looking for any kind of snacks. So
okay.
Deviled eggs.
Yes. Wisps.
The
Parm
cheese
crisps.
Wisps. Parm crisps.
Yeah, salty.
Yep.
What do we have in the drawer?
We have
nuts.
A drawer of there's also little things of olives.
Oh yeah, the little olives and the pickles. They come in like the little fruit cup. They look like a fruit cup. We just got those because we're lazy. Because you can easily put them in your own little bag or container.
Serena says she found a delicious recipe for candied pecans with cinnamon. Pinterest for the win.
Did you
probably
post it?
Switch out pecans
post it,
for
friend.
She's probably on mobile, and it's difficult to post.
I'm
sure
she can copy and paste. She's good at this.
Serena, you have one job.
Serena, please. I'll make them tomorrow.
Alice says you can bake or toast them over a fire. Alex says, have you tried pork rinds as chips with guacamole? Yes.
Yes. Yeah, we have pork rinds all the time. We have homemade salsa, pork rinds. We have homemade chili sauce that's sweeter, kind of tastes like relish.
Well, and one thing that our kids really like is you'll get sour cream and mix in the onion soup mix.
Onion soup.
And
just
that is really
dip.
good.
So good.
Yep. But with guacamole, it's really good as well.
Mm-hmm.
Bacon wrapped jalapenos with cream cheese filling. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites. We still have some jalapenos we got to eat.
Oh, do we?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Serena says she's going to find it.
Thank you, Serena. I love you.
And Yeah, Alex wants her to post the recipe too. She's on it.
Yay!
Let's see. Xylitol is only 1/2 net carbs. Yeah. So if you guys haven't seen it before, the Keto Connect,
Keto Connect. Matt and Mega.
They did a video where they tested out different sweeteners. They actually started off with a tablespoon of sugar and saw what it did to their blood.
And they did their blood sugar, and they did their
the ketones as well, and
yeah.
saw what it did. And I think they were doing like one a week or one every couple days.
Yeah.
So anyway, but they were able to show that, maltitol it's sugar. It's just
It
sugar.
just raises your blood sugar.
Yeah.
And we've even noticed it too. So.
Yep. So don't kid yourself. If it says it's sugar free and it's got maltitol,
Yep.
it's not.
No.
Xylitol did impact their blood sugar, but not as much as some other stuff. Erythritol had
Nothing.
no effect.
Sucralose.
No effect.
Nothing.
Aspartame, no effect. Stevia, no effect. Pretty much any of those didn't have any effect. So, yep. Anyway.
Yep.
So, but Carrie Brown likes to use xylitol in her
Ice
ice
cream?
cream.
That we haven't made yet.
We still need to make it. Apparently, the peanut butter one is the bomb.
We have peanut flour. Does it call for peanut flour?
I don't know.
Where's the book? Let's get it out and look at it.
You're the one that has that book, isn't it upstairs?
It is.
Actually, it might be right there.
It
but
might be in the cupboard.
Yep.
We have an entire cupboard just of cookbooks.
Serena found it.
I'm sure everybody does.
Don't worry, she found it. You want to see it?
Yes, please.
Here we go.
We can read it to everyone.
Sugar-free candied and some Veronica's.
Pecans? You know what? If I make them,
You'll
you
get to
don't
eat-
like pecans.
It's true.
I'll get
You'll
to eat them.
all by yourself.
They probably taste better than almonds anyway. Sugared pecans.
Well, at least they're not walnuts. Let's see. Blah, blah, blah. The story of my life. 2.5 cups of nuts of your choice.
Wow.
Aha. 1 egg white.
We can make 2 batches. Pecans and almonds.
1/2 cup Splenda granular. Okay, now that's
Ooh.
the Splenda that we were just talking about. It is not sugar-free.
So we could put 1/8 of a teaspoon of the sucralose.
Well, no, you want the
Oh, the granular.
yeah, you want
Yeah, you have to have it stick to it.
what's it called? The thing where it gets all melty and the sugar caramelizes.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
you want that,
xylitol.
and xylitol or erythritol would probably do that a lot better. Then a teaspoon of cinnamon and then 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt. So it's actually
Preheat your oven. It's telling you to bake it.
yep. And it's interesting that you do
If everybody would like to watch us read a recipe online.
Anyway, Bree's going, oh, Serena uses monk fruit. Interesting.
Oh, we have that.
Yeah, we do. Rebel Creamery at Harmon's is on point. Do they have it at Harmon's now?
I'm going tomorrow.
Ooh,
I love Rebel Creamery.
we've got some right here still, though.
I love it too.
You don't need to buy more. We've already got some.
We only have chocolate and vanilla.
Okay.
We have a wedding we have to go to. We got to
Yeah.
get some ice cream for after.
Okay. Anyway, I think it's time to be done.
Okay, it's
Where
time
are we
to be
at?
done.
An
Thanks
hour
for
and 3
chatting with
minutes.
us.
Holy cow. We keep doing these for an hour.
Long-winded.
Yep.
I don't see why anybody thinks videos are cool. A bunch of random people talking about weird stuff.
We're entertaining.
I thought you were going to bonk me or something.
No.
Smack.
Okay. Anyway, catch y'all later. See you next Tuesday at 7:30 Mountain.
7:30. Bring your friends. Bring a recipe for me
Yeah.
to try.
Bring a friend and get in
Get
free.
in free.
Anyway, catch you guys later.
Bye.
If I can find the button. Oh, it's over here.